Welcome to Press Play. My name is Dormouse03.
And I'm Exonovan, and on today's show, we take a fresh look at the new Final Fantasy VII Remake gameplay reveal.
I still don't see why we brought a Shinra soldier along. No way he'd throw all that away for us. What's his name, anyway?
Cloud Strife. And he says it's former soldier. Look, heavy security like this, you want a professional.
We're paying you more than a few gil. You best be worth it.
Look, I don't care about your politics.
Doing this for the planet, same as us.
Not interested.
Wedge! Get back here! Okay, Magoo, let's move.
I'm pleased. I'm okay with this because I was real nervous about this.
I know you're nervous.
And I think I did
Very nervous.
Yeah, I did a video on this. I said I really didn't want him to change up the combat system. I kind of like the turn-based feel. But if they're going to choose a combat system, I wanted it to be more Kingdom Hearts and not Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 13 is not good.
Yeah, I didn't want them to go that route. I was so nervous that they would. And from what I'm seeing in this, I feel like it's just going to be more of a Kingdom Hearts type feel. Like if you go to like 112, you get the attack, magic, summon, items, defend. Those are that's what the main commands were in the original. But it just looks like now you can do those kind of in more of a 3D real time instead of it being completely turn-based. Okay, I'm happy. I'm pleased. I was nervous.
Are these the original voice actors?
Well, in the first game, there was no voice acting at all. It's all text. And some of the text, you know, because it was translated, wasn't right. There was a lot of that type stuff.
My question for you, having heard some of the dialogue, are you worried at all that going from text-only dialogue to spoken dialogue, that some of the characterization will change?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the risk you run when you do, you know, a remake like this, is that it is going to take on like a completely different feel. I think it's just going to be that way. There's no way around it because, like you said, you're going from thinking about what these characters are going to sound like to then hearing what they think they sound like. You know what I mean? And it may not jive with what you had in your brain. I'm gonna have to watch this again to really clue in. I don't know if they're using the same voice actors from Advent Children. If they are, then we're kind of already familiar with the way that they talk, so it may not be as jarring when you hear it in game. But now if they've gotten different voice actors, that could be quite strange because you've heard them. You've heard what you think they sound like in Advent Children, and then you hear this and it may be different. Now, I can tell you that Cloud sounds a lot like he does in Advent Children. I don't know if they've got the same actor, but when he says not interested, that he's got that deep kind of raspy voice. I don't know. I'm interested to see how it all pans out. I'm trying to listen back to some of Barrett's dialogue, but he's so quick with his words. I'm just glad it ended up being an actual in-game, you know, gameplay and not
some game footage and not just cutscenes.
Some dude says my body has never been so ready. I don't know how to take that. Yeah, this dude says real-time combat was the right choice. If you want turn-based, the original is always there for you. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm down with that.
I have never played that particular Final Fantasy. So as someone who would be coming to it new, I would not want it to be turn-based. That would be a total turn-off for me.
Yeah, I'm not mad at all with real time. I honestly, because I've played the original, I would have preferred turn-based, just because that was the core of that game. I mean, that was the core gameplay mechanic, was the turn-based system. So I would have loved to see it that way, but I obviously, like you said, I mean, I can see why they would want to like take it up to another level.
I mean, it looks good. It looks interesting. I mean, now I have no idea what the story is or whatnot, and it looks like you do get to switch between your party members, like you're not always playing as Cloud.
Yeah, people in the comments now are saying, wait, is that, you know, because the new Final Fantasy is coming out, like the newest one, and it's got a unique combat
15.
system. And some people are saying that it feels a lot like that, or it looks a lot like that, and it kind of does, but I know that 15 is kind of a hybrid between what they did in Kingdom Hearts 2, so... But a lot of people are saying it's more like a mix between 15 and what we got in Crisis Core, which was for the PSP, which I thought was fantastic. So, because I played that one, so I think they're making some good choice. I mean, I'd love to see more, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. So you guys can let us know in the comments what you think about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, if it's a beloved franchise you like it is for me, like a game, you got to let me know what you think, because I know this game is very polarizing to the Final Fantasy VII crowd. So let us know what you think about it in the comments below. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Press Play.